Hi, my friends. Good evening. How are you? It's Talisa Lindsay here at DIY Living by Talisa Lindsay. Hoping you're having a great Sunday evening. This thing is bugging me. I'm going to have to move it. It's just a little piece of foam board. Anyhow, we're going to do a cute fall DIY. I think you're really going to love it if you guys ask as well about the things that I'm wearing. Of course, you're going to find them, as always, in my beautiful shop. So come on in and say hello. This is a cute little cover up. Okay, look, long sleeve. It does cover your bottom. It's longer than I can even show you. Look, see how long it is? So it'll go all the way, cover those buns if you need to. It does have some pockets in the side, which is really cute. And I don't know if this is still in stock, but this shirt was also in the shop as well, which I absolutely love. So you'll have to go see it. Hi, Robin. How are you? Hey, Belinda. How is everybody? Go sprinkle some love, y'all. Sprinkle some love. So I am going to use a sage green for the color that we're going to do tonight. I have this antique glass, and I have a lot of them. I'm going to be using to paint this tonight. It's a vintage glass. I've had them for quite some time. I also have some embellishments, lace, pearls, all the cute stuff. So we will also be using those as well. Hey, Stacy. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Melissa. How is everybody? And I'm not sure if I'm going to use my ivory or not. So let's just definitely use the celery color. That I do definitely want to use. Let's see. I see it and love it. Thank you, Peggy. It's funny, I can see your comment over here, but I don't see it over here. Hannah, I looked up your order number, and I think 2 of the items that you were wanting has completely sold out. We're trying to see if we can restock them. If we can't, we'll either let you choose something else or offer you a refund, sweetie. So, looking into that for you. Hey, Melissa. Thank you. Thank you, Hannah. I tried not to say Hannah Banana today. I hope that... Thank you, Karen. I've been keeping up my collagen, and listen, somebody made a comment about it today, and I'll address it on another live, but I've been trying to teach my children that even though we are going through things in life, you still have to pick up, and you still have to move on, and it doesn't mean you forget about your loved ones, because you know I've lost my father. We've lost some loved ones this year. It doesn't forget about you, not knowing about all the people, even my family that's in Naples and Fort Myers, because I don't think a lot of you know, but I was born in Naples, Florida, where all that tragedy is happening. So I have some family up there. Yes, Lynn, you're right. My apron. I don't think I brought it in here tonight. So let's just hope I get nothing on me. Let's just hope that, okay? What I really would like to do with this is I'm not going to try to give it too much of a full coverage, but maybe 1 full coat of this pretty color of celery chalk green, because I want to put a tea light in here. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Melissa. Paulette, thank you. Hi, Sherry. How are you? And I want to be able to definitely have a little silhouette of a light popping through on this. So thank you, Jan. I'm glad to be back in the saddle. Yes, I'm glad to be okay too. Even though our city, we still have 1 street over that still has no electric, but they're still doing their best to try to restore everybody. But even though, you know, we made it all over the news and the Weather Channel, being one of the inland locations that got some of the worst outages, and that the coast over there where Naples and Fort Myers and all that is still, you know, we all still need to have prayer, but I still have to work. So all of you that want to say mean things about me being out and about and wanting to celebrate my daughter's birthday this week, because, you know, I can't not go on living life and teaching my kids to live life regardless of what's going on. Otherwise, I'm going to teach my kids that when things happen, you're just supposed to, you know, be depressed and sulk and do all those things. And that's not what God says we're to do either. I mean, things happen. So, thank you, Jean. So we're just trying to do our best. And, yeah, just teach the kids you got to move on. Don't forget, do what you can to make a difference in lives that you can. But you still have to get back in the saddle of life and do things. Do life. I love the color of green. That's pretty. That's right, Marlene. Gotta roll with the punches. That's true. Thanks, Tracy. I am painting a antique glass. I have lots of these in my stash. I probably need to do a DIY kit with these because I literally have a huge tote full of them when I had my antique store, and do something really cute with them. I just want my kids to realize they're going to have hard times in life too. And I want them to be set up for success. Ooh, I just touched this and completely forgot. I'm going to have to repaint it. Darn it. I want them to be set up for success and how they're supposed to lead their family through stressful times too. So, I completely forgot and touched that. Ah! Oh, goodness gracious. All right, we'll just touch that up. Y'all see my fingerprints? No doubt where I've been. Thank you, Marina. Yeah, you're going to love it this next week, though. They are going to be so overstocked because they have 2 weeks of stock that's coming to them in our local area because, you know, they didn't have it through the hurricane. So this next week, they're supposed to get 2 or 3 trucks that's coming in instead of just 1. So they're going to have to really push out that merchandise. Push it, push it, push it. Thank you, Marsha. You guys are awesome. That's true too, Carol. Isn't that true? Well, we were doing all that we can to help our neighbors, especially our elder neighbors that don't have the ability. Now, my back of my legs and all that in the front are sore today. Hey, Chantel. Pam, you can grab this shirt if you see right there at the bottom. I have put my website down there, so all of my fall collection is there. You can go grab it. This is a cute cover-up. It's long. It's lightweight enough that you can layer with it. Hey, Kristen, thanks for the stars. Thank you, Lorette. Listen, if we don't try to look at the positive things in life, and we look and bring out all the negative things in life, we're always going to see the negative things in life. You know what I mean? I mean, I literally could sit here and think about all kinds of things I could focus my thoughts on that would not bring any good to me. A lot of depression, a lot of this or that. But that's not doing me any good. That's not putting my mindset or my health, my mental health for one, in a good place. And what kind of examples would I be setting for my children, especially my girls, you know? Like today, I spoke to all 3 of my girls. Kristlyn was over with me for a short period of day. We were planning for what she wants me to have to decorate for her birthday party this coming weekend. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Paulette, for the stars. And then I'm going to coat this really quick. Actually, I think I'm going to spray it because I want to put a transfer on this. and I just put a thin coat. So I'm going to be using a clear sealer. Let me spray this away from my computers. Okay. Whew, I might get a little whoopee off of that. So I'm going to use my Magnolia Transfers. If you've not seen these yet, these are pretty stinking awesome. You can get them at my website too, at DIYLivingbyTalisaLindsay.com, and then go underneath shop, and then you'll see stencils and Magnolia and all that. And you'll just go under there and put transfers and it should pop up. Thank you, Wendy. That dried that quick. What department of Dollar Tree did you find those arch windows? They were in the home decor, but most of every single one of them that I've been finding are on the end caps of Dollar Tree. That's where I'm finding them. That's right, darling. Darlena, that is correct. All right. I love these. Like, so pretty. Throw me lots of hearts if you love these. Lots of these. Love them. So, I am going to go with, hey, Patricia. Trying to decide if I want to do, it's going to be one of these two, and I'm going to cut it out. Oh. All right. If you like for me to go with the 3 pumpkins, because it's kind of a tall glass and it will fit. I don't want to bump it up against it yet. But if you would love me to do the 3 pumpkins that's right here, put 3 pumpkins. It'll fit on the glass. The other thing that will fit on the glass will be this one right here, the 2 pumpkins. So if you want me to do the 2 pumpkins, say 2 pumpkins. Thank you, Caroline. You can find this in my shop, sweetheart. The link's pinned right down there. It's DIYLivingbyTalisaLindsay.com, which is the name of my page. Thank you, Denise. It's my collagen powder and my clothes. I have changed a little bit about the clothing too. So, hi Beverly and Wanda and Paris and Shannon and Marilyn and I am, let's see who else. Y'all are going by fast. Belinda, Evelyn. So a lot of you are saying 3. The 3 pumpkins. There's no doubt y'all all are liking the 3 pumpkins. So let me just go ahead and cut that image out. Has anyone tried any of these transfers yet? Because guess what? We are about to have this next week. You can start pre-ordering the Christmas transfers, and we have a vintage Santa Claus. And I'm going to tell you, I can't stinking wait. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right, I want to make sure I don't get my fingerprints on that because, there we go. I don't want to ruin that. So let me put this back in the package. It did give me a few little leaves, but I don't know if I'm going to use those or not. Let's just put it aside and wait and see. I know, Hannah, I want that vintage Santa so bad. So we're just going to lay this right on the top of this glass. And I am going to grab a popsicle stick to transfer this. And the one I have up here are the big fat popsicle sticks. The oversized giant popsicle sticks. Hi, Tammy. I'm super happy you're here too. Hey, Jean. All right, so we're ready? Everybody can see. Is everybody able to see really well? Please tell me you can see really well. Thank you, Stacy. You're so sweet. Let's start at the bottom. And let's just use the end of this base of the popsicle stick. And let's just start rubbing. This is actually kind of therapeutic in itself, can I tell you? Is anybody going to see that Hocus Pocus 2? That's what Chrislyn wants to do with me for her birthday this week, is something special between she and I, along with decorating for her birthday party, which I'm going to share for you all what I'm going to do for her birthday party, because I can also keep up the decorations through Halloween if I wanted to. I'm not going to do anything scary because I don't do scary. So the color that I painted this, my friend Donna, is called Celery Chalk Waverly Paint. That's what I used. And if you want any of these transfers for yourself, please put down in the comments pumpkin transfers. And when the live is over, I'll be happy to go grab the link and send you the information if you'd like that. So just put pumpkin transfers down into the comments and I will give you the information where you can grab your own. It's on Disney. You're right. You're right. It is on Disney. And we have the Disney, I forgot what it's called. Like the Disney Plus thing. So thank you for telling me that. I completely forgot about it not being in the movies. I'm so used to going to the movies to watch things like that that I completely forgot. Ooh. This is looking sharp. Really sharp. Okay. Make sure I got it all on here, and it's going to lift up real nice without ripping, because you don't want it to rip. If it's giving you a slight resistance, then just take your popsicle stick and go back over it just a little bit, and as you start to go up, you'll realize how much easier it'll be, because it'll pull up easy just like that, okay? Was it disappointing, Cindy? You've had enough of Hocus Pocus in your life? Oh, that's funny. Okay, see how pretty that is? You liked it, Chantel? Well, I hope Chrislyn's gonna, we're gonna make it a girl thing. A girl thing, you know? Since Chrislyn's moved out of the house, she likes having a little more time with mom, which I appreciate. So, Debbie, okay, yeah, if you want the pumpkin transfers, even on replay, you can just put pumpkin transfers and I will give you the information. So now I'm going to try to decide, isn't that cute, how I want to go about, because I'm going to put a tea light in here. So just keep that in mind. Going to put a tea light in here. So I'm trying to decide what route that I want to go with as far as decorating this. And I love this trim, even though it's a little thick. I think it's still going to go well with what I'm doing here. So, yeah. I love the color of it too. And I'll probably wind up putting a cute little bow. Well, wait a second. Let me decide if I want to go with this ivory or if I want to go with that rust color, because that rust color against this looks even better. So, okay. See the rust color? Ooh. Okay. So let's look at how pretty this looks with that. Do you see the color together? That's pretty. Oh, Gina, that sounds good. We made brisket today with, instead of doing potato salad, we decided to go with mashed potatoes. And my baked beans that my husband absolutely loves. A big salad. And my sister-in-law brought Spanish rice. Was it really, Lynn? I had no idea. I had no idea about that being a big flop. I just know Kristlyn wants to do a hocus pocus kind of like themed party. So I thought about maybe next Saturday we're going to do a gathering with all the family to celebrate her. But I thought about doing a celebration of some kind, like with a few of her girlfriends. Oh, Pluto is so stinking cute. He's just a doll. He was so adorable. I saw him today when I went to drop her off at the, her home. He did the cutest thing ever. When he greeted me, you know how when a dog's really happy to see you? He did this, wagging his tail. Jumping up and giving lots of kisses. And he's doing so much better with the new diet that he is on. He's on, it's a prescription diet through Hills, and they only allow you to order it with a prescription from your veterinarian. So he's been on that ever since he was having those little stomach issues, and can I tell you, it made a world of difference. He's now putting the weight back on. He just looks better. He's acting better. He's back to his old self. Chili. Hey, Mary, how are you? Smothered chicken for supper? What is that exactly, Mary? Smothered chicken. That sounds good. All right, I'm going to put the lace trim on this one at the top here, going around the very top of the trim, the rim. So let me just put that here, cut that off without breaking my glass. That would be nice. Yeah, I'm thrilled too. I was so, honestly, I was worried about him. Thank you, Kristen. I love lace too, girls. Who's lace lovers? Anybody here that loves lace? Tell me in the comments if you love lace as much as I do. Because I love lace. And this would look nice to go in my bathroom, up on my shelf, in my bedroom. Lisa said, oh, is that what he said? That's what he said in doggy talk. You know, I can't talk like cute animals can. I try to do it the best I can from a human's perspective. Yes, Donna, lace on clothing is so pretty. Oh, well, you made me laugh, though. Made me laugh. That was really cute. Glad I saw that comment. See, chicken is sauteed peppers, onions, black beans, and cheese. Okay, I can only do red or yellow peppers. Green peppers are a no for me. Ever since I was pregnant with both of my children, something about green peppers that now never ever disagree. I mean, always disagree with me. I don't know. Have y'all ever been pregnant and found out that after you were pregnant, certain foods didn't bother you, but after you were pregnant, you couldn't eat them again? Has that ever happened to you? Well, it did to this girl. Yeah. Was not funny either. Even though I'm trying to laugh about it, was not funny. All right, so I think I'm going to put this right under the rim of that. And I'm also going to downsize it a little bit because it appears to be a little too long. First time catching me, Renee? Well, welcome. Thank you, Barb. If you love my shirt, the name of my page is DIY Living by Talisa Lindsay. You can see it up there at the top. All you do is put .com at the bottom, or when you put it into your search engine, or you can find it right there that's pinned. It'll take you right over the store, and you can look under my fall collection and you will find it there. Was that with you with pizza? Any kind of pizza that way for you, Linda? Oh, stir fry. Yeah, I don't know. I love stir fry anything. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this at the very top. And then I think I also want to add, there was a couple of other things I was thinking of adding. I don't think it was there. Let me see. It might be these. It is. I'm going to take these out before I add that. And guess what I'm going to do? You can find these at Dollar Tree on a sheet. So, I'm going to take 2 rows of these. I'm going to cut them out. And I'm going to paint them kind of a rose gold color. What do you think? And I think I'll try to see if I can trim it out around the outer edge of the pumpkins and see how it looks. Now, I guess if you wanted to go with a little bit of a shabby chic look, the only thing is, I want you to look. I don't know. Do you like the blue color? Or would you like the rose gold? Do you see that? I feel like that's definitely shabby chic colors. But I feel like the rose gold, we'll do it anyway, because guess what? I got enough that if I don't like it, we can go back to the blue. Napkins, there's so many things to do with napkins, my friends. So many things to do with napkins, I can't even tell you. You can do decoupage on fabric and seal it. You can put it on glass like I'm doing here. Just about anything you can possibly put it on, girlfriend, you can put it on. Aw, well, congratulations, darling. Darlena. Well, this one, I apologize. I don't know if it's more of a rose gold. It's called, what color is it called? Metallic sheer. Maybe it's not rose gold. But I do like the color of it. Ooh, that's a pretty shimmer. You know what it almost looks like is like an antique shimmery gold. And honestly, I kind of like the way the effect of looking. I want to show you over the top of the blue. See it? There's the blue. That's just one coat over the top. Even though it looks a little orange, it matches better because it looks more like copper. It matches better with what's on there because of the color that's in the pumpkin. I've not heard from Joyce in the last few days. I have not. What I used to seal the jar was Mod Podge Matte Sealer. It's a spray. That's what I used. Is it pretty, Carol? Glad you like it. This is an oil base. Well, you're welcome, Peggy. You never thought it would be so much easier, honestly, to paint these probably with a chalk paint versus an oil base, but we're going to see how well it does. Well, Kathy, it's good to see you twice, honey. I'm glad that you like seeing me. I'm glad that you're here. Okie dokie. Just tapping that in there for a few seconds. I think I'm going to turn on the dryer. The jar that I used is something I had in my stash. It was like a antique vintage jar because I have quite a few of them. I made some pretty antique picture frames out of them. Hey, Vicky. The paint that I was just using was called Deco Art Metallic. This one's called Bright Metallic Paints. That's what they called it. Bright Metallic Paints. Hello from Indiana. Okay, so let's see how this looks. You know, I always like to try things, you know what I mean, for the first time, and I'm not one that, so let's see how this goes. Let's go down. Oh, I like the way it's definitely put it over here. I might even go over it with a little bit of, ooh, I really love the effect of this. I seriously do. Let me cut the strips of this. It might be easier to remove it. If I go, ooh, I should have done this the other way. Might have to just do it in twos. Let me find this line here. Oh, that sticks good. Stuff sticks really good. I'm very impressed with how sticky it is. All right, let me just go down. See how far down I want to go, and I might take a little bit of that gold and brush it on so slightly around the jar as well, because remember, I'm making this to put a tea light in the center, so it's going to have this pretty glow, and it's just a way that I can dress up my bathroom, my bedroom, or anywhere else in the house I want to. I can put it on a shelf. Do you want to see what it's looking like? I'll give you a sec. I'll let you see it in a second. Oh, that's okay, Loretta. Hello, Joanne. Angela, the color of green I'm using, my friend, is called Celery Chalk Paint. It's by Waverly. That's what I'm using. Yes, Elaine, I was so grateful that with no power and being completely down and not able to go live, Lisa Brown headed that up for me, and I'm just so grateful that all of those ladies stepped in and helped out. That was a huge blessing in so many ways. When you have a business to run, people don't realize what kind of stress it puts you under when you are not able to run your business. Hey, Angela. Amy, you know, I need to use them more often. I think that they are a great addition to, you know, whatever you're going to be doing for home decor, especially like if you're going to try to antique things up or just dress it up. Because look, see how pretty that's adding? Look, I mean, we went from Dollar Tree this to Dollar Tree this. Do you see that? Isn't that pretty? Throw me hearts if you like it. Paula, if you want to find my shirt, sweetheart, take that link down there that's pinned at the bottom. And it'll take you over to the fall collection, or you can also do it at DIY Living by TalisaLindsay.com. D, I prefer, this is just me. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate you. It's at DIY Living by TalisaLindsay.com, which is the name of the page, just .com. I prefer using chalk paints, and I prefer using Waverly. That's just my choice. Now, there's a couple of other brands I'm going to probably be trying in the future of chalk paint, or even some milk paint. Do you like it? Have y'all ever thought about doing anything like this? Oh, Angela Matta? Or Matta? I would love. It's Angela Matter. Sorry. I love your thoughts on that. Yes. A makeup brush would look gorgeous for the holidays. Now, if you want to turn this into something that you do, you can put floral or whatever other that you like. And I think I'm going to have to paint some more. I thought I had put enough in here, but apparently I had not. But that's okay, because I got a whole sheet of it. We'll start up here. That's the first one. So we're going to the second one. So that's over this way. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to eyeball this and secure it and line it up, because it's very sticky. Once you get it on there, do your best not to pull it up, because you might pull up if you have not sealed your paints. And remember, I did put a seal on this, so it's giving me a little extra protection. Hello, Cheryl. Aw, Carol, that's so sweet. Thank you, Kristen. Girlfriend, you got to get some of these in your collection for your magnolias. I need to go over and message me your business page. I haven't seen you do a live recently, my friend. I was going to go over there and support you. Okay, Jean, on my page, if you want to find these transfers, you would go underneath DIY Living by Talisa Lindsay. You would go underneath my shop, and in that shop, you're going to see a category, and I believe it's like in the middle of that category. It's going to say Magnolia Stencils. You take it right, it'll hit Magnolia Stencils. It'll take you over to my shop with all of my Magnolia goods, or you can ask for the link afterwards too. Message me and I will send you the link directly. But it'll take you right over. And then if you want to make it easy to find it, just put in, let's see, I just think you can put in transfers, and it should pop up. I was trying to see if this one has a name on it. Harvest Pumpkin. Harvest Pumpkin Transfers is the name for that one. And I just messed up the wagon wheel. Let me put this back up. I have some of that sticky stuff on my finger. And it came off. See if I can fix it. No, it's all right. I'm not gonna fuss with it anymore, so just let me put this away so I don't mess up the rest of it. It's called Harvest Pumpkin. Yeah, I love these transfers. I think they're awesome. I want to use them on a couple of other things, but making a tea light like I'm doing. Did you order the Christmas one too? Oh, Dyla, how exciting. I've got to get my Christmas stuff in. I've made some cute shirts. I pulled out most of my shirts that I've made from my Magnolia stencils because that's a hot commodity. I've pulled most of them out so I can show you the different designs I've done. Hi, Francis. And they're anticipating that they have either sold out or will sell out, so I need to get my order. Just put pumpkin transfers in the comments and I'll get the link for you after the live if you'd like, or make sure you just private message me as well. Okay, try and decide. I kind of want to leave a little bit of a gap down here for a reason. Let me cut this in half. And I'm not sure if I want to go along the top with this or not. I'm going to have to make that decision here in a second. Let me get my readers back on so I can see better, so I don't make any mistakes, or try to. Okay, and I'll stick this one here. Alrighty. Now, oh, I like it. All right, let me get one more right up here at the top. It needs it. One more. Actually, yes, Mary, I can do that. I've had a couple of them, but I can do some updates for some t-shirts like that. Sure. Okay. Do y'all see that? I'm not sure if I want to take that around to the very top because it's going to cover up. So I'm thinking I might add 3 little dots around the stem of this. That would be cute. Let's see what these look like. Trim this off. And then I'm going to brush on a little bit of this gold around here. I kind of like not having the top closed in. I don't know. What do you girls think? Tell me what you think. Hannah, we are going to do that very likely tomorrow night. Very likely. I needed to make sure that we were going to have my electric for at least 24 hours because my neighbor, they got power and then they lost it again within a few hours after getting power. So I think they're still working on a few of the large transformers. Love it popping on the little pumpkins. Look at that. Y'all see that? Yeah, you can purchase the chalk paints at Walmart's. Oh, I love that. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take a little bit of this copper. And I'm just going to start, it's an oil base. I'm going to go around the rim of the bottom here. I'm going to kiss it there. Come around the back side here. It's not real noticeable, but it's still there. Okay. And then I'm going to come in around the outer edges of the top here. Okay, you ready to see it? And being this has an oil base in the paint as well, it gives it another addition of sealing that paint over the top too. So then I'm going to add probably that little bow at the top. We're going to let the light shine through, but do you see all? There we go. It's got that little shimmer all around it. And I think it adds a little extra element of surprise. Ellen, I've not worked with milk paint for a while, so that I have to work with for a little bit and kind of tell you what it is. I don't know. I kind of feel like this bow is kind of throwing it off now because it's so bright. So I think I might be better off using a skinnier ribbon in a neutral color. Oh, you're right. The top circle did fall off, didn't it? Thank you. Thank you. I must have hit it just right. There. I'm glad I saw your comments. Do y'all love it? I think it's pretty. I think you really are going to like it when I put a little tea light in there. Is it too thin for you, Beverly? Have you tried it? I've not seen you in a while, Beverly. How are you, sweetie? How are you? Gloria, I am using a collagen powder I absolutely love. I can send you the link to it if you want it. My mom says she feels like it's reversing my age because we're only 16 years apart. Yeah. All right. Let me make a small bow. Does it look high-end? Well, thank you, Ellen. I appreciate that comment. I know, Beverly, they have been. It's horrible. And I don't know why they're doing it. happening to Robin Cooper a lot too, and now it's happening to you. There's a lot of them. They feel like maybe I'm ignoring them, and I'm not. And I don't understand what they're filtering. It's not like you guys are saying anything wrong. I am live. All right, let me just pop this. There we go, at the top. And cut this at an angle. It's a silk. It's a silk. All right, Stacy. No problem. Thank you, Mary. I actually have to go in Tuesday and get it touched up because I was supposed to have done it last week, but the hurricane hit, so I don't think nobody's going to go out during a hurricane. You know what I mean? Not for a hair color, anyway. Not this chica. I had to bunker down. Okay. So, let's see how this one's going to do. I'm actually going to attach this at the very top. Yeah, I like it like that. The very top of the stem on this pumpkin. That's where I'm going to put this. Okay, Gloria. No problem. Okay. There we go. Oh, I like it like that. I have a little piece of glue. I'm trying to get that little spider web off. Okay. I only did a small, simple little bow up there. You may honestly may not even necessarily need it. It might even look better if I just moved it up. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move it up. I didn't like it there. There we go. Now I can put my tea light in there. I like her like that. The glass jar, Lynn, was something I've had in my stash. I have a lot. I have a big case over there of like antique jars. It's an antique jar. And I just decided to chalk it up and do something pretty with the transfers that we've got. So I'm going to turn in. What else you can do with this too, which would look cute, is I don't think I brought any of my small floral over here, but I didn't. But if you wanted to have some of the small floral over there on here, like this one, that would be pretty. If you want to do a simple, you could do one simple that would be with these in there, which would be gorgeous. The gold beads are actually not, they're Dollar Tree beads, and I just painted them. I used their blue beads, these, and then I colored them with my Deco Art bright metallic paint. I think if I put a button, because that's so small, you're gonna have a tiny, tiny, tiny button. And I think, honestly, it's going to throw it off because we have these little right here. I think it's going to draw your eye to the wrong place. Just my opinion. But you could also take these tiny little pumpkins. You can get a whole slew of those if you wanted to. And stick those in there. That would be cute too. Yeah, you can definitely do the orange flower because it pops. The orange flower just makes it pop. But I'm going to leave it as is because I'm going to put a tea light in it. So, let's see if I have another gold bow. Maybe. Thank you, Joyce. You can get jars like this. They do have them available at Dollar Tree. I've seen a lot of these kind of jars at Dollar Tree. Just go over into the kitchen area. They have lots of pretty jars up there. Different shapes, different sizes. They have some short, some tall. That's not too bad. I will absolutely show you what it looks like with the light in there. I'll actually go in there and take a picture of it. I think it would be really cute. So, from a 1 to a 10, how did you like this one? Jean, if you want the shirt that I have on, sweetheart, all you have to do is you can message me or you can take that link down below and it also will take you to the store because they go quick. You can't let it sit in your cart and think you can come back and get it later because I promise it won't be there. I keep very low stock so I'm not stuck with all the stuff. So once it's gone, it's gone. I rubbed some of it off. There we go. It looks cute. Definitely cute. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Deidre. Or Nidra. Tammy. You're so cute, Tammy. Love you. Oh, that would be a cute for, yeah, a diffuser. Hey, Debbie. It's doing well. It's doing well, sweetie. We're just moving on with life and just trying to, you know, take things as it's coming to us. Thank you, Kristen. Kristen, if you have any of these transfers, I challenge you to come up with something. I know you can come up with something pretty. Way too cute. Yes, thank you, Peggy. Love you, girl. Love you all. No one told you today that they love you. I love you times 3,000. Okay, in case, does anybody know what movie that came from? Trivia question. Do you know? If you know, I'm surprised. I mean, Chantel Hagen should know the answer to that one, because if she's like my husband, she's, you need to do the transfers. I want to see you. Hey, Darlene. How are you, love? Good to see you. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Mary. You know, Mary, I did not prime the jar at all. What I did is I did it with my Waverly wax paint, and then I sprayed over, thank you, Marlene. Was that Melina? Or where? I need to get my glasses on where I can see you. Melinda, I'm sorry. That's what it was. You remember, Stephanie? Love you times 3,000. You don't remember what movie that's from. Judy, I think, but I'm not sure. Chantel, do you know what that is from? Yeah, I know. We all miss. I keep telling Patrick that. Keep telling him. He's like, when he's ready. All right, if you want the pumpkin transfer info, you just let me know. I will get it to you. Okay, I won't hold you in suspense. It was the Avengers. It was Iron Man who said it to his daughter. Or it's his daughter said it first. I don't know if you guys saw that movie. My husband and my son makes me watch things like that, so. Judy, ship it to your Florida home. Okay? That's where you ship it to. Because shipping right now is a little delayed between the hurricane and things that's going on. So just keep that in mind for everybody, even though you may live in West Virginia, you may live in Washington, you may live in Idaho, or Vermont, whatever. But if there's anything that's coming into Florida or out of Florida, doesn't matter what, it's being held up because of all the devastation that we have. You have to remember there were some post offices that were affected. Our local post office only came back to power, I think it was over the weekend. Not to mention where I was born at, down in Naples. I mean, their postal service and everything has been completely wiped out in several places. So, thank you, Jerry. Yes, the movie's Avenger. Jesse knows. High five. High five, Cheryl. Thank you, Paula. So I want you all to just keep that in mind and remember, even though you didn't order from, it's still being affected. So, and Sherry says that they're having shortages in North Florida. There's a lot of shortages. Even locally, still here in our town, we had to have extra, like, Publix trucks and stuff that was being, I guess, like, restocking the shelves, because when Patrick and I stopped by this morning, at the Publix on the way from church, there were still, like, a lot of things that were bare, like the essential things. I think people were just, like, grabbing the chips and the bread and the peanut butter and the drinks, and for some reason salads and fruits were also very limited. So I'm not sure, Lynn. I know that the people that had category 1 was not as affected as us that were in the category 4. You have to remember, some of my neighbors' roofs were completely peeled back from their house, which is crazy. Some of them, trees fell in. And this is what's crazier. My brother lives 45 minutes from me, near Dade City area, Rock Ridge, Dade City. I don't know if anybody around this area knows where's that from. He literally had no damage, had his lights, nothing was done to his property. He came driving in this way and he's like, wow, you guys really did get it hard. We're still having to get trees. If you go down one side of our road on, I think it's called Yule, yeah, you're going to see trees. They're still clearing off the power lines everywhere. It's crazy. And then my neighbor, one street over, it's not my neighbor, literally all of the power lines was taken out throughout the whole neighborhood. Because it wasn't just one tree that fell down. One of the trees fell down on the 2-story house. There was, last night when we came by, there was, I don't know if you want to call it the safety patrols or whatever that was out to protect the residents. But we had like 10 electric companies along with several tree services that were there because it was on some high voltage power lines. And so they had to remove, I don't remember, I want to say at least, I mean, there was a whole slew section of trees that we saw, at least 8 of them. So, see, Mary didn't have much either. If we were categorized more than, you're right, categorized 4 was Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and I'm trying to remember, Lee County. If we had done any more damage, but we got a lot of the eye wall, it kept circling around back to us. And if we had any more than what we had, I don't know. I don't know how we would have taken it. I mean, we were inland a lot more. But goodness gracious. Crazy. Lori, thank goodness for that. So the only thing we have to worry about at this point, which is minor compared to everybody down there in Naples and Lee County and that, is the whole right side of our yard. It took out our whole fence. I mean, it folded it like it was nothing. Literally, we stood on the back patio just watching it unfold, crack, fly across the yard, and then the top roof of our tree, which is very large, which we've already cut that all up and put that in the burn pile and gotten rid of it. And then we helped our neighbor yesterday who had tons of trees on their front part of their property. So certain places got hit really hard and others didn't. Oh, wow, Dyla. Yeah. And then we found out that I had a leak in here, which I guess is a blessing because we were able to repair that. So the next few weeks, that's another project. Everything in here, because I want to find out exactly where it was. Most of everything in here, I'm going to wind up moving out. So we can make sure it didn't come down on the back side of the walls because I have these shelves that are along the wall, and we want to make sure it didn't go behind the wall anywhere. Mary, there's some pictures I've been uploading in my stories. I don't know if you keep up with my stories on Facebook or on Instagram, but that's where some of them been. Like yesterday, I showed a picture of, or actually it was a quick video, the police station had an escort for all of the electric companies that they were bringing in, and there was probably a good 20, 30 or more that they were bringing into our city just to restore power. So, and they, honestly, they deserve the honor that they, by a police escort, but they were one after another, and I can't tell you how many people were in their cars clapping and beeping horns and just grateful because it's scary enough to go through something like that, but until you have to, I can't imagine, literally, what Lee County is going through with all the people there. But when you don't have the luxury of those resources available to you any longer, you don't know how much you depend on those resources until they're no longer there. I know that sounds like really crazy, but it's true. So You found me because I was at the gas station? Seriously, Heather? Wow. Well, nice to meet you. I had to get gas. Yeah, I love our governor. And here in our county, I love our sheriff. I love Grady Judd. People can talk smack all they want about Grady Judd, but Grady Judd, not only is he a Christian, he really is about protecting people. And I can't tell you how many stings, how many things that he's gotten and arrested locally, including what was done through surrounding counties of, let's just say, bringing harm to children in a very unexplicit way, if you know what I'm talking about. Have to be careful with choices of words because they will flag you or whatever. And so you can just go wherever you want to with that one. But he does a lot to protect children, which I'm grateful. And he does a lot to really wrap up, because fentanyl has been a huge problem across the world and across the nation. And it's taken a lot of innocent lives. And he's been on top of doing that too. And I'm not saying anybody else doesn't, but we hear more about him across national news as a sheriff, as being a sheriff, than I have probably anyone else. So, you love Grady Judd too, Judy? He is an awesome man. He actually was at my mother's church 6 months ago, speaking on, I don't remember what it was. My mom told me about it because she invited me to come, but I didn't. Oh, you love Grady Judd's sting operations too? Yes, ma'am. He's good about that. He's wanting to protect the innocent, and that's what I love about his heart. It is terrible, Nancy. It is terrible. It's terrible in a lot of ways. Hi, my handsome son. What are you doing? No. No. Where's your daddy? In the office. Okay. We spent our winter in, let's see, Galveston, when the grid went down. That was an experience. Yeah, you're in Jacksonville. They're saying hello. I love you, son. That boy is getting so big and so tall. We literally just bought him some clothes a couple of months ago. He's now over 6'2". We're going to have to go get him some more shirts, because what shirts he had a couple of months ago are like mid-risers on this child. I don't know what in the world is going on with him, but he is getting so tall. I would think that at 14 years old, 6'2" would be tall enough, but apparently not. The doctors did expect and anticipate that he's going to be somewhere between 6'5" and 6'7" tall. Tower over his mother, who is 5'8.5". So I'm under his chin. Under his chin. Oh, Debbie, you're coming back? You're going to come to the Ponta Gorda area? They've been pretty damaged too. Ponta Gorda has also been pretty damaged. One of my cousins that live in Fort Myers, thankfully, I mean, they have a lot of like flooding streets, and she lost quite a bit of other things. She had, I forgot what other damage. Anyhow, she said that everybody was safe, thank goodness. But, they lost 2 of their vehicles. I think it was my It was her son and one of the others. It was underwater, completely ruined. Patrick is 6'2". Lynn, you say he got it from you? That is hilarious. So Lynn, I'm going to watch the comments. Tell me who in your family was tall on your side. Because normally they say that your son will pick up the gene of your father somewhere. So get this. My father was only 5'8". He was not very tall. His mother was not even 5 feet tall. This is my grandmother, Burma. My grandfather was nearly 7 foot tall. He was a very tall man. So, Robin, you're funny. No, Miracle Grow. So is your boys are 6'4" and 6'5"? Yeah, Debbie, that was so fat. That's so sad. So anyhow, what I was going to say is he surpassed my dad, but my dad had very curly hair and baby blue eyes, and never went bald ever. Has a great set of hair even when he passed. But my grandfather, I'm trying to remember from like my childhood, obviously he was very tall, but he had a receding hairline. It was the one that was like right in here. He had hair here and back here, but it was right in this area. You know, I'm talking about like right here is where it was going thin. Now, Patrick's father, I believe, was 6'3". And Patrick and his youngest brother are about the same height, except his youngest brother is a little bit more chunkier. Or what's the word I want to use? I want to say a polite word. He's not fat by all means. He's just husky there. Yes, Darlena, that's exactly the same thing with my grandparents. It looks so odd when they would take pictures together. My grandmother was so much shorter than him. It was, you know, it was quite funny sometimes because she would be leaning up. Back in the day, for whatever reason, it was a big thing where they always took pictures in front of their car, or like, you know what I mean? Like where the two doors of the car is. Why would they take pictures in front of a car? I don't know why, but they did. So imagine they had a station wagon and they're standing there. Grandfather is way taller than the car, and my grandmother doesn't even reach the top of the car door. So. Oh, wow. Your son is 6'4", your husband is 5'9", and you are 5'7". Ah. So I wonder where he picked up that gene from. Wonder where he picked it up from. Did you notice that too, Peggy? Kristen, that's funny. Ah, Lynn, maybe that was it. Maybe it was to show like their status per se, because it was a luxury. You know, it's just funny how there's certain things that are trendy, like in every generation, like how they took pictures. You know what I mean? I don't know if you remember this, but it drove me absolutely insane for a little while when my girls were teenagers. I'm 5'8.5", Christy. I'm pretty tall. So, it says, they say that the hairline comes from the mother's dad. So Clay will have a good hairline then if it comes from my dad. If it came from my grandfather, on my mom's side, he wouldn't, because he was bald. Yes, Cynthia, we made this beautiful, pretty little glass right here, and you'll find out all the things that we use to make it. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's really pretty. I'm going to put a little tea light into it. Thank you, Tammy. I'm glad you stayed and chat with us for a little while. Love you, girlfriend. You have a great week, and I will see you tomorrow too, by the way. Oh my goodness. Now, Ruth, that's so like my grandparents right there. Must have been a trendy thing. But you had the auburn hair. The milkman. Oh my, that's funny. That's so funny. What I was going to say. Well, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I don't know if you remember it, but when my teenagers that are now adults, there was going through a trendy thing for a while there when the girls, teenage girls, were taking pictures. They were taking pictures where they were doing this thing where they were puckering their lips. They were like, or they would go, you know, like stick their tongue out or something crazy like that. Do any of you remember that? Did any of your teenage girls do that for a period of time? It drove me insane. Because every time I wanted to take a family picture or a photo with my girls, something on a serious line, I could see them after the photo was taken, family photo, at Grandma's house, Aunt Linda's house, Aunt Lisa's house, whatever. Thank you, Denise. That they would sit there and you could see later. Did you girls do that, Hannah? I'm like, could y'all have given me just a smile? Why did you have to give me a pucker? I just needed a smile for the family photo. The space face. You did it too. I'm not the only one. Oh, drove me crazy. Thank you, Lynn. The duck face. Wow. Your oldest daughter did it too. Your granddaughters. Oh. Well, for one, I kind of broke them of it because every time that my girls would like send me a picture or whatever, I would send them the same exact picture back. And I think it was, I tagged them. I kept tagging them on social media every time that I saw them doing it. And I would do the same exact look that they were doing. And I would tag them in it. Literally. And my daughters were like, that's it. I'm not doing that face anymore. I'm not taking pictures like that anymore. I'm like, good. Then you got my point. Oh, that would be lovely. Marie, I think that would be a really pretty thing to do in the pink. Absolutely gorgeous. You know what, Dyla? I cannot see that bug for some reason. I wish I could, but I can't. They are filtering through these comments, and I cannot see the stink bug. So if you girls can, feel free to smash the stink bug. Cena says that she had 12 nieces that all did that. That would so drive me crazy. Thank you, Debbie. Go back and catch replay, my friend. Yes, Susan. That would be lovely. I would love it. I would love it. All right, friends. I loved sitting and talking with you for a few moments and chatting. Y'all have a lovely Sunday evening. But I'm going to get off of here and go enjoy. Go enjoy the rest of my evening. Clean up some things I've got to get done. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Is it not working, Jean? I don't know. Or Jen? Okay, I will try to go back and see if I can find him on the replay and see if I can't smash him. Christy, for now. For now. For a little while longer. All right, girls. Y'all have a good night. Be looking for the picture because I'm going to post it with the candle in there. Okay, so you can see it. Good night, ladies.